A professor was once giving a lecture to his students. He raised a glass of water and asked, "How heavy do you think this glass of water is?" Some said 50 grams, some said 100 grams, some said 500 grams. He said, "It doesn't matter what the absolute weight is, it depends on how long you hold it for. If I hold it for a minute, it's okay. If I hold it for an hour, I'll have pain in my arm. And if I hold it for a day, you will have to call an ambulance." It is the exact same weight, but the longer I hold it, the heavier it becomes. If we carry our burdens all the time, sooner or later we'll not be able to carry on, simply due to the burden becoming increasingly heavier on our minds. What you have to do is put the glass down, rest for a while before holding it up again. It's of utmost importance that we give periodic breaks to our brain so it can be refreshed and we're able to carry on. More importantly, to keep us from anxiety, depression, weight gain, and many other problems. Mental exertion, guys, is typically overlooked. However, if you want to stay at your mental best and have the brain on your side all the time, you really need to keep oiling it from time to time. But how do you do it? Now, let's talk about 6 doable ways to relax your brain, especially if you're a busy person. Keep watching till the end and do subscribe to the channel for more. In 1914, Ford Company implemented 8-hour workday standard. It was the first business to implement this standard and the results were outstanding. Ford's productivity increased significantly and the profit doubled within 2 years. That's where began the norm of 8-hour workday that organizations later adopted for their employees. But there is a major problem with this. The idea of an 8-hour day with a short lunch break is based on the most effective formula for physical labor and not mental work, and certainly not creative mental work. The brain is much more active than the body and therefore much more likely to drain than any other muscle or organ in our body. Whether you're a student or have a desk job or any job that requires you to use your brain, study shows that your brain cycles from highest attention to lowest attention approximately every couple of hours, which suggests that you should hit the reset button just about that often. And when I say your brain needs a break, all it means is that it needs a change. If you've been, for example, reviewing a document for a couple of hours, don't take a break by reading news articles. Get up and do something completely different. Just disconnect from what you're doing and do something light for a few minutes that goes easy on your mind. Number 1, give your brain frequent breaks during the day. Number 2, quick power naps. I'll admit that this is the hardest to do during the day, and especially in a typical office environment. But if you can find the way, the benefits are huge. Some offices actually have sleeping pods, but for those who don't, slip out into your car or something for a power nap. And those who don't work in an office, I suggest you must try and experience the benefits of quick naps. Much of what happens in our brain while we are asleep is still unknown, but what is certain is that people perform better in terms of their memory and concentration after a nap. Now imagine there's this guy Jim who takes 3 to 4 days of vacation once in a year, a long weekend perhaps. He's probably working more than anyone else in the office and has an irrational fear that he's needed in those chairs all the time or everything else will just fall apart. And there's this another guy, Andre, who Jim thinks is lazy, but it's just his convenient myth because Andre works only 40 hours a week instead of 100 hours and takes 3 to 4 weeks of vacation in a year, but factually he gets more done in less time. Overtime is usually unproductive as you're working with fatigued brains. Did you know every 1 in 7 workers doesn't take any vacation at all? It's pathetic. What will happen if you keep packing a bag without unpacking anything? Same is with our brain. You have to unpack to pack again. Number 3, take vacation every 3 to 4 months. Number 4, meditate. It's possible that you've never tried meditation and you probably don't even like the idea of meditation. But meditation has some serious benefits for the mind. It allows you to turn off the mental noise and feel the present moment. I still remember my first few days of meditation. It was just so amazing. It was like I was feeling the moment in a way I'd never felt before. If you've never tried meditation, I strongly suggest that you do, and for the beginning use apps like Headspace to help guide you. Number 5, get outside in nature. If you're a typical office worker, chances are you spend a lot of time inside, tapping away at a computer and glued to your phone than you do basking in the outdoors. But if you want to de-stress, consider spending more time with nature. After all, it does have a calming effect on your brain. It could be as simple as taking a walk in the park or garden. You don't necessarily need access to a forest to get the benefits. Any green space would do. Number 6 and last, exercise. The physical benefits of exercise have long been established, and physicians always encourage staying physically active. Exercise is also considered vital for keeping mental fitness, and it can reduce stress. 6 months ago, Harvard Medical School published an article that says mental benefits of exercise have neurochemical bases. For example, exercise reduces level of the body's stress hormones such as adrenaline and cortisol. And it also stimulates the production of endorphins, chemicals in the brain that are body's natural painkillers and mood enhancers. Adam Smith once said an early morning walk or exercise is a blessing for the whole day. Alright, that's the end of the video. So when you feel stressed out, you know what you have to do. If you liked it, please hit the thumbs up button. If you're watching my videos for the first time, then do not forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching.